Now, last week I shared about how buying a new car oftentimes is a financial mistake and how damaging it can be in the wealth building process. But I also understand the reality that many Americans still purchase their vehicles from dealerships. In today's video, we cover how dealerships rip their customers off. Buying a car can be exciting, but it can also be a trap if you're not careful. Many car dealerships use deceptive tactics to maximize profits at the expense of unsuspecting buyers. Today we'll explore 10 common ways dealerships rip people off and what you can do to protect yourself. Reason number 1, price markups. Many dealerships will increase the price of a vehicle above the manufacturer's suggested retail price. This is often done on popular models with high demand. According to Kelley Blue Book, many consumers pay over $1,500 more than the MSRP because they don't know how to negotiate effectively. Now, research is key here. You can use websites like Edmunds and TrueCar to get an accurate market value of the car you're interested in, helping you spot any markup. Moreover, it's helpful to know the MSRP of similar vehicles in your area to strengthen your negotiating position. If you walk into the dealership with the right information, you'll be less likely to fall for inflated prices. Now, here's an action item. Before visiting the dealership, check multiple sources for fair pricing to ensure you're well informed and confident when negotiating. Reason number 2, the bait and switch. A common tactic is the bait and switch, where a dealership advertises a low price to attract customers, but once you arrive, they claim that that car has been sold or is no longer available. Instead, they will then push you towards more expensive options. A study by Consumer Reports showed that over 40% of shoppers experience some form of bait and switch tactics. This tactic plays on consumers' emotions, making them feel like they missed out on a great deal. To protect yourself, always research and call ahead to confirm the vehicle's availability. If you find the car is no longer available, ask the salesperson for similar models at the advertised price. So what's one way you can protect yourself from the bait and switch? Call ahead and confirm the availability of the specific car before visiting the dealership to avoid wasting time and effort. Reason number 3, falsely inflated trade-in values. Dealerships often inflate the value of your trade-in vehicle to give you a false sense of security about your overall deal. They may offer you an attractive trade-in value, but will then offset this by charging you more for the new car. According to Edmunds, many consumers could lose up to $2,500 on their trade-in vehicle due to this tactic. It's essential to understand your car's worth before entering negotiations. Use tools like Kelley Blue Book or Edmunds to get an accurate assessment of your vehicle. A common strategy is to negotiate your trade-in and new car price separately. This prevents the dealer from manipulating figures to hide the true costs. So how can you avoid being misled about your trade-in? Research your vehicle's trade-in value beforehand and first come to an agreement about the value of the trade-in with the dealership. Once that has been established, then negotiate the price of the new car. The key is to make these negotiations separate. Reason number 4, hidden fees. Dealerships often add hidden fees that can significantly increase the total cost of the vehicle. These can include documentation fees, dealer preparation fees, and advertising fees. According to a study from Carfax, these hidden fees can average $1,000 or more depending on the dealership. Many buyers are surprised by these fees when they review the final paperwork. To avoid surprises, always ask for a detailed breakdown of all fees included in your final price. And don't hesitate to negotiate these either. For instance, some dealerships might waive certain fees just to close the deal. Advocate for yourself by requesting a clear, itemized list of all the fees involved in your purchase, and be prepared to question any charges that seem excessive. For example, if you don't understand why the documentation prep fee is $750, ask them what is specifically included in this to justify the cost, and then tell them you have a printer at home. Reason number 5, unnecessary add-ons. Now, we just chatted about hidden fees, but many dealerships try to upsell customers with unnecessary add-ons during the purchasing process. These can be things like extended warranties, paint protection, or rust-proofing treatments that might not add real value. According to another survey by Consumer Reports, more than 50% of buyers regret purchasing additional features. For example, dealerships might charge upwards of $1,000 for paint protection, while you could get a comparable service for only $200 elsewhere. It's crucial to understand that many add-ons can be purchased later, often at a better price. Always think critically about whether you genuinely need these extras before agreeing to them. Now, here's a personal story. When I bought a car from a dealership, I was overwhelmed by the sheer number of add-ons they tried to sell me. I must have said no at least 50 times, and the atmosphere became a little bit awkward. I was like, no thanks. Thank you for asking, but no. No, thank you. I appreciate your concern, but no. Thanks, but no. Let me think about it. No. Eventually, the finance manager made a condescending remark suggesting I was the type of person that wouldn't even change my oil. Feeling pressured, I reluctantly agreed to pay for all of my oil changes in advance. However, the dealership was located about 25 miles from my house, making it extremely inconvenient for me to actually use their services. In the end, I ended up paying for 3 years worth of oil changes in advance that I never actually used. This experience highlights the very tactics I'm warning you about, how dealerships can easily get the better of you if you're not vigilant. Reason number 6, financing tactics. Dealerships often manipulate financing terms to make monthly payments look more appealing while hiding the true cost of the loan. They may offer low interest rates but extend the loan term to 5, 6, or even 7 years, resulting in you paying more interest over time. For example, a $60,000 car at 6% interest over 84 months would cost over $13,000 in interest alone. Many consumers don't fully realize the long-term impact of these financing deals. Additionally, they might push you towards dealership financing that seems convenient, but is actually more expensive than bank loans. Always shop around for financing options before accepting the dealership's offer. Know exactly what you qualify for and what your options are by getting pre-approved for a loan through your bank or credit union before visiting the dealership to compare offers and avoid being overcharged or lied to. Reason number 7, stress under pressure. Dealerships often employ high-pressure sales tactics to rush you into making decisions. They may create a sense of urgency, telling you that a particular deal is only valid for a limited time. A survey from J.D. Power found that nearly 70% of buyers felt pressured at some point during the car buying process. This pressure can lead to hasty decisions and overspending. A typical tactic is to have the manager come in and approve a deal, making you feel like you need to decide quickly. Remember, if you're feeling rushed, it's okay to take a step back and reassess. It's important to not let anyone rush you. Take your time to review your options and don't be afraid to walk away if you feel uncomfortable. And most importantly, don't get emotional about the process. Keep your emotions in check and stay in control. Reason number 8, misleading financing options. Dealerships often advertise financing options that sound too good to be true, such as no payments for 90 days or extremely low monthly payments. While these offers can seem appealing, they often come with high interest rates or extended loan terms that can end up costing you much more in the long run. According to NerdWallet, nearly 60% of consumers don't fully understand their financing options when buying a car. For example, a 0% financing offer might seem great, but if the loan term is extended to 6 years, you could end up paying more in total than a slightly higher rate over 4 years. Protect yourself by always reading the fine print of any financing offers and ask questions about the total cost, including interest rates and loan terms, before signing anything. Reason number 9, underestimating ownership costs. Many buyers fail to consider the long-term cost of ownership when purchasing a new car, such as maintenance, insurance, and fuel costs. According to AAA, the average cost of owning a new car can exceed $9,000 per year, including depreciation, fuel, maintenance, and insurance. Many buyers only focus on the purchase price without calculating the total cost of ownership. This oversight can lead to financial strain later on. It's essential to create a budget that includes these costs to ensure you can afford not just the car, but also its upkeep as well. Want to get an accurate estimate on ownership costs? Then use tools like AAA's cost of ownership calculator to estimate your annual expenses and ensure you're financially prepared for all aspects of car ownership. Reason number 10, the good cop, bad cop routine. Dealerships often employ a good cop, bad cop routine to create a false sense of urgency and make you feel like you have to make a decision quickly. One salesperson will be overly overly friendly, while another will take a more aggressive approach. This tactic can pressure buyers into agreeing to terms they wouldn't typically accept. A study by Cox Automotive found that about 35% of buyers feel confused by the tactics used in the negotiation process. When confronted with this routine, trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Don't let anyone rush you into a decision. Trust your instincts and take your time to ensure you fully understand the deal before making any commitments. Well, I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you are considering purchasing a new or pre-owned car from a dealership, please make sure to watch last week's video, Why Buying a New Car is Such a Big Mistake. This is Benjamin Adams for American Money 101. Until next time.